So there is this thing that it's happening recently in my life, and it's quite strange because the language that I have to use, I guess, is just to clearly convey a message that is it's very strange. But anyway, just like everybody else, I interact with other human beings at work and at Walmart or whatever that I am at the Cabo Bar or at the gym. I interact with other human beings, but I have come to somehow recognize that each human being is energy crossing your path, energy crossing energy, but not only energy, it's just information. Each human being is a box of information, and that box stay closed. That box stay closed until that person opens up, and then they start revealing who they are. They start telling you their name. They tell you their age. They tell you where they come from. They tell you about personal shit. They told you about this and that, and then that information enters your realm of understanding, and then you decode that fucking information, and then your brain, however, filters that information, and then you create an image of who that person is. And what I have come to see is that most people are really bad at reading information. They're really bad at reading people. They are so closed. And I guess this is what people call close-minded, but they are so close in their egocentric reality that they do not give other people the opportunity to share information and to share, their story, I guess, and they end up missing out, and then they end up creating only an image of that person with the little thing that they have. We as human beings are absolutely nothing but information. That's it. We are numbers and, codes walking around, called, memories and a story. And then we share our information with other being who has their own storage of information. And then, like two computers talking to each other. It's just information. And the funny thing about this, though, is that I can see people's intentions even before they reveal their true intentions. And this is because the language of the human being is orally, but it is also with the body, but it is also somehow there is information crossing over to you that triggers your feelings. People carry information with themselves that when they send it out, the other person feels it literally in the body. And this happens sometimes when you meet somebody and they're trying to sweet talk you into buying some shit. And then you truly know, this is very obvious, of course, this happens every day where people are trying to be sneaky and they're trying to be friendly, and then but the truth is they want to fuck you up. So, it's an obvious thing, but there are subtle things that people do that are harder to see. And what I have come to see now is, the information that people sends out with their intentions, and it's very interesting. Anyway, I am puzzled by this thing that is happening in my understanding of human beings, but it is fascinating, and I think that a lot of the population of the human species are being just existing as close, very close boxes of information where they exist mostly in their own egocentric point of view, and they get to know other people at a very, very shallow level, and it's just a coexistence of human beings who are so invest in their own stories that they are missing the treasures that are found in other people's lives, and I love talking to people. I enjoy surrounding myself with people because of the fact that I just stated. I can see and read the information coming out of the stories that they tell about themselves and their future and their plans. And, I was working the other day, and this person from the company came in, and they started talking about how her husband had met with this other person, and they have rented a private plane, and they took them to some places, and she was so invested in this, and I could see the story like a movie. I could see the information, all the feelings that she was expressing, the message that she wanted to convey to us. I could see it happening right there, emotions of being proud of what they did, emotions of being happy, emotions of sharing that information with other human beings. And she was looking at us to see if she could actually read something within us that was they would tell her that story was actually really fucking cool to tell. And but it's strange because now I can see the information. It's not like a fucking crazy thing. I don't see numbers crossing over. I don't see ghosts crossing over. No, it's an understanding. It's not shit like that, but it's an understanding of human beings being just literally just information, codes. We are really, really just a bunch of biological codes, neurological fucking, codes, energy happening that comes from who fucking knows. But even energy is fucking, just codes. It's codes and, information. And, human beings are trying to understand something that is way, way beyond their understanding. They will understand something, but they can't go as far as and as deep as this thing happening. It's just a manifestation of pure beauty and pure, just, I don't know, astonishing. It's very fucking weird. But anyway, I love human beings. I love that they are, entities that dream, that create, that destroy, that violate, that honor, that worship, that, they are so versatile. Human beings are just a species that are just beyond amazing. They just so, they're very in the way that they store information. They vary in the way that they see themselves. They vary in the way that they see this thing happening. And some human beings understand it, and some human beings do not. And then some others are just oblivious of anything at all. But it's just something weird. It's just information. And I in the beginning when I started to have this clarity, and I used to see human beings as information, walking around, and the way that they walk, and the way that they speak, and the way that they tell their own story, and the way that they tell their story even without words. People will tell you who they are. At least they will try to tell you who they are without words. There are people who are really quiet, but you know who they are. You know that you're not going to mess with them, or you know that you can mess with them. There is different types of quietness, of course, but the truth is, it's just information crossing over. It's your little story is information. It's a bunch of numbers and letters and symbols that have no meaning. It's just information that you are trying to share with other fucking box over there. My name is so and so, and I was born so and so, and my job is this and that, and I have traveled to this and that, and I have all of that is just information. It's a story. If you could fucking, write a book, it will be a fucking story. Your life is just a story. And then, somehow, that information, somehow, I have come to the conclusion that information somehow needs a biological, not necessarily biological, but life. Life. Information needs life in order to be, used, fucking manifest. Information that has no seemingly purpose, it's just energy. It's nowhere. It's everywhere. But manifestations of information, such as a table, there's a bunch of atoms and neutrinos and shit like that I don't even know what tubulars of energy, strings of energy. I don't know who the fuck that is. It's just a table, but it's energy, but it's information. It's just information crossing over to my eyes, going through my eyeballs, and then carry through the optical nerve, and then carry to the back of my fucking head, and then I create an image that looks like a fucking a square with 2 little or 4 little sticks in each corner, or 1 little stick on each corner. It's a fucking table. It's information. It's fucking weird. But anyway, guys, it's Saturday. It's Friday morning. I'm enjoying the rain outside, and it's so fucking beautiful. You guys have a beautiful day. Take care.